Unit 137. Algra, Alistair and Graham.
Alistair, we should renew several installations. According to my calculations, we should invest about £200,000. Is it possible?
No, Graham. We have a backlog on the payments of commissions to our salespeople, and we've also delayed payments to our main suppliers.
You could carry out a study to see how our financial resources are now and how they're going to be in the following 6 months.
You know that it would depend largely on our sales.
But we can make a sales forecast. I can have one ready for you in 2 days.
Even so, don't be too optimistic about it. Our financial situation is not at its best.
We've been like this for 2 years now. We've taken too much capital out of the company, too many payments between salaries, dividends, structural expenses.
We've worked so many years to reach this point. Such a good business, and we haven't administered it well. We haven't been very responsible.
Well, neither of us is good at numbers.
We're great at marketing, and we sell more than our competitors. But at the end, there's no profit left.
Do you remember those years when we used to make so much money?
Yes, the golden years. If we hadn't taken out so much in dividends then, we would have a much more solid company now.
But we wouldn't have such beautiful houses. We created a very large company without capital, remember? We started with a capital of £3,000 20 years ago, and now we have a turnover of more than £20 million a year.
We've worked like crazy.
Yes, and if we'd started with a wealthier backer, we would have had a much easier life. But we didn't have any business experience then.
No, we didn't.
We had no idea about the financial problems involved in starting a company without capital. And we didn't know that we would create such a big business either.
At any rate, if we had administered the company better, if we hadn't taken out so much money, we would have had much more solid business now.
If we had done all these things, we would be other people, not you and me. We've always spent a lot, both in the company and in our private lives. But if we hadn't been like this, we wouldn't have been able to create such a large company.
Well, that's a consolation. We should spend a long weekend thinking about all this. We've had cash flow problems for too long, and I can't see how we're going to get out of it.
Above all, we should not increase our present overdraft. It would be too risky. The financial cost would be too high.
Graham, if we think carefully about it, we might decide to sell the company. You know, it wouldn't be difficult to find a buyer among our competitors, either in Britain or on the continent.
But what will the possible buyers say when they see our financial situation?
That's the thing. And if they calculate Algra's value according to the profits of the past 5 years, the result is still going to be small.
We should play up the value of our sales network, our market penetration, and our brand names. We can admit that we have a financial problem, but that it can be solved with good administrators.
That's true. To tell the truth, this company is a bargain for the buyer. They'd be buying an excellent business, and the only thing they would have to worry about would be making it more profitable. If we didn't have a cash flow problem, we wouldn't want to sell it.
And if we sell it, won't we regret it?
I don't know, but we can't keep living under such stress, constantly worrying about the lack of money. Besides, they should pay us at least 10% of our turnover. That is £2 million, £1 million each.
I think that's too little, Alistair. I think that we should get at least twice that, or even more. I mean, aren't we good salesmen? So we have to prepare everything well and sell Agra at the best possible price.
$2 million or more each? What are we waiting for? Let's sell it immediately. I'd feel very pleased with £2 million now, in my 50s. And what's more, there wouldn't be any taxes on it because the shares are very old. That means it would be net.
All right, Alistair. Let's ask for a dossier with full information on the company, and we'll look at it over the weekend.
Okay. We have to make up our minds. It's time for a change. I want to live more peacefully. We could go to your farmhouse. We'd be all by ourselves there. We'd unplug the telephone and we'd start planning, okay?
Come on. Thank God we've always been good friends. This could be the beginning of a new life for us. I'm looking forward to it.